Hello and welcome back to my garage here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. I've been away for a few days, been really jonesing to work on some cars, so here we are. And these are actually ones that I did after the last session I recorded. I went to the junkyard a couple of times, just idly looking for anything interesting to pick up. Found a few things, as you can see. I'll start over here. This is one of the Mercedeses, the 560 SEC. I believe it's listed at, 560 SEC. The only reason I picked this one up is because they issued some patch notes where they said that they did some interior fixes to make it fit together better. And there were some gaps that I could see before that are gone now. It seems like they did the right thing there. It's red, which of course I did because the factory color was this dirty, sort of dirty brown. It was like a deep brown purple, kind of like a deep plum color. Really unpleasant looking. So I painted it red. And I just also changed the wheels. Instead of the factory Mercedes rims, I put these ones on here. I think they look pretty good. The car is still not exciting to work on because it's so... I mean, it's not powerful, and it's not valuable. So, poof. And then I have, this is another Roadrunner 440, I'm sorry, Roadrunner 426 with the V8 Hemi in it. It actually came with this black stripe on it, which is a livery, and I honestly have never fooled with the liveries on the Roadrunner before, and I decided to put that on there, and I think it looks pretty decent. I might have to use that more often. This color is the factory color. It's kind of a tomato-y color, really. But this one is worth a decent amount of money. It's about 150 grand. And then you have, this is a Ferrari F40. And this one, there are two versions of this that you can get if you have the mod. This one comes with the V8 supercharged engine in here, which is an absolute monster of an engine. The other version has the Pagani Huayra V12 in it, which I don't really like to do. I like the V8. I think it's more compact and it fits this car better. Plus, this one is staggeringly valuable. It just... the factory color on this one was black. I decided not to do it in black because it's a Ferrari. But look at the value of this thing. It's $3.4 million. I think that's the most valuable car I've ever done. And it's got 89,000 miles on it, which I imagine has something to do with it. But 3.4 million, that's really cool. So I'm happy about that one. And then we have over here a couple of Aston Martin DB5s, and this is probably one of my favorite cars. Well, not probably. This is one of my favorite cars to work on because it's just a beautiful car. And this one is the factory color. This sort of burnt orange color is the factory color on this one. This one over here I think was black. Yeah, the factory color on this was black, and I decided to try something else. So I got this nice deep forest green, which I think looks really good on this car. The rims are the retro spoke rim. I think it's Retro 13, chromed of course. I may have to experiment with some different rims on the DB5 at some point, but I think this rim looks really good. And it really suits the classic vintage look for this vehicle. These ones are both the same value. I think this is 187,000 miles on that car, 195,000 on this one, but they both came out at a little over a million, 1,060,000. Yeah, I checked these, and they both ended up being the same. Yeah, see, the exact same number. So, cleaned out the garage. I do have stuff in storage to work on, but let's go to the junkyard real quick. And I actually have some cases to open too. I should probably do that, but I want to go to the junkyard and see if we can find anything interesting. So here we go. Okay, here we are. Don't see anything. It's always a bad sign. That's like a GTR, I think. Yeah. What else is in here? Let's see, that's a Smith 1500. That's the one with the V8. And this is the convertible Mustang with the V8. Yeah. There's also a V6 version of that. It's a 914, standard 914. That looks like an RX-7. Yep, that's an RX-7. I'll probably buy that. This is a Diablo. Yep, Lamborghini Diablo. And this is the Sakura GT20. Looks like a what's the word? Looks like a Jaguar E-Type. So not a whole lot really exciting here. Even the RX-7 is not particularly valuable when it's built. The Diablo is it's probably going to be pretty valuable. Let's see, it's got the V12 in it. 70 grand. I think the RX-7 builds out to like 80 grand or almost 90. I did a whole mess of these lately. Haven't done Diablo lately. I don't really want it though. I think I'll reset and try again. Okay, here we are again. There's looks like a Hyundai Veloster. And what are you? This is like a Bolt Cape, Bolt Hellcat. Has an in-game car, but I don't think I've ever done one of these before. Might be worth considering. Let's see what else is here. Or is that a... yeah, that's the Hyundai Veloster. You know, I didn't realize that, because I thought this was really crazy, the way this car has two doors on one side and only one door on the other. But that's a real thing. I looked it up on Wikipedia, and that's an honest-to-God thing. And they actually... the cars that are built with the right hand... I mean, the two doors are always on the passenger side. So if the driver's side is on the right-hand side, like it would be if it was a Japanese car, the two doors would be on the left side. Which I think... I mean, I'm not sure... the article had said something to do with what their justification, what their reasoning for this was for. But I was like, I had no idea that they actually did that as a real thing. It's not a bad looking car either. I guess it's a what they would call a hot hatchback on Top Gear. But I don't need to do that again. What else is in here? It's like a Flammo. Yeah. That is... what the hell is that? It's a Chevy Colorado ZR2 Special Edition with a supercharged V8. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen this car, but this truck before. So, let's check this one out. Put a pin in that, come back to that one. And is this another one? It is. This is another Chevy Colorado CR2. And this is... yeah, the modded Mustang. This one actually builds out to be a really valuable car, but I don't want to do another race car anyway. And what are you? Another GTR? Yep. This thing has been throwing me these a lot lately. So I think what we're gonna... well, we're definitely gonna buy that thing. It's the first time I've seen this. And, do something ridiculous. So $23,000. Let's see what that's worth when it's done. Yeah, I'm not going to buy the Hellcat. Let's just go back. Okay. Look at how low it's. So it's like a lowered out pimp truck. Let's see what we got here. That's it for body parts, it looks like, that's on it currently. No windows. What do we got in here? Bench, steering wheel, whoops. So we're gonna need to pay close attention to the parts that this thing is gonna want. Because I've done like I think I've done like 3 variants of this, but I don't think I'm sure I haven't seen this before. I would have remembered something that looked as ridiculous as that. Let's clean this stuff up. See what we can reuse here. Sort everything. Okay, so left side mirror, hood, steering wheel. Bench crown leather 1. Steering wheel 9. Okay, so that was the hood, and it was that. I'm gonna have to make sure. Yeah, generic. Get rid of that. Generic hood, left side mirror. Oops. Okay, let's put this stuff on. Did I repair that? I did. And that. I'm going to need to remember to get the battery. And I need to get an ABS module. Yeah. And I need to get whatever radiator shroud is that. A lot of times when I buy a car from the junkyard and it has the the air filter base and cover intact, there'll be like 1 clip on it. This one didn't have any clips. It's kind of unusual. Most of the time it has at least 1. And then I repair 1 clip and put it all back on. I gotta figure out what front seats go into this thing too. Seat 1, leather D. Okay. It's looking more intact now. So what do I have to put on it? I know I don't have that. I have the fender. Nope. How about the mirror? Left side mirror. I bought one of those. And I think I repaired everything else that came off the car at this point. So I have fenders. Was there any doors? Nope, nope, nope. Now I'm going to need glass. Oh, that should have come off right there. Is there one on this side? No. Okay. So what do I have left? Just that. Okay, so here is where I indulge my OCD, and I make sure I get the right thing for everything. Let's see, front bumper E. I've noticed I am going to need it. I noticed that it takes a front plate too. So that was, where is it? Front bumper E. Okay, so front left fender, and there's like five of them. So I noticed it says front license plate, but I wonder if it's going to be one of those ones where I don't get to actually put it on. Left front fender B. This is going to be important to get the right one, because otherwise it would like clip through something and look stupid. How about the windows? So the windows are probably all the same. Probably all generic windows. Window. Yeah, it looks like it. So we can just get basic windows. I don't think that it actually has... Well, maybe it does, I don't know. What about the rear doors? The rear doors seem to be only one of each. And so that should get us somewhere. No. That's not what I meant to do. That was an error. Because the other fender wasn't fender C, and I'm not going to mix and match them. Let's see. Fender left fender, and it's going to be the one that's like a roll bar. Let's see. Rear right fender, rear left fender, that one. Okay, so is there a different door? Right front door, left tail light. Where's the right front door? Oh, there it was. Okay, and left side mirror, right side mirror. Okay, so rear clamshell B, rear bumper C. There's rear clamshell C, and we want rear bumper B. Yep, B and C. Oh, bloody hell. You know what? I don't think I did that right. Come back. Clamshell B. Clamshell B. Bumper C. I'm just buying all kinds of crap now. Okay, let's do this one more time. Clamshell B, bumper C. There. Oh, Jesus Christmas. Get on there. License plate. Okay, so now should be getting close to having this all done. Trunk window, left tail light, right tail light. Let's see, trunk and trunk window, left tail light. I think I'm missing a headlight, aren't I? I don't think I got two headlights on the thing. Get on there. And that. So that should get us down to just a few pieces. Left engine cover B. Left and right trunk tail light C. So that's going to be that. And right tail light C will be the roof rack. And it was engine cover B. Yeah, engine cover B. So trunk tail light C. Right tail light C. Jeez, that's a pain in the butt. And you know what? That doesn't look like. For a second, that mirror looked like it was. For a second, that headlight looked like it was messed up. But it's body condition's 100%, so we have all the parts on it now. This one is black too, it looks like. Or it might be kind of a dark, really dark gray. Yeah, the factory color looks like it's a dark gray. And they have this green that's on this fender is nice. I like that. Are those off-road tires? They are. Like low-profile off-road tires. How weird is that? Okay, so that's front exhaust pipe V8C. I think that actually might be in here. Nope. I don't know what I was thinking. Pipe V8C. I think it was rear muffler OHV as well. Interesting that there's no catalytic converter, though. What is it? Yeah, rear muffler V8 OHV. I need a fuel tank as well. I'm pretty sure that rear muffler D doesn't fit. I'm pretty sure there is not a rear muffler D in here. Yeah. That's like the one that's used in the Typhoon, I think. This one here. I don't think I got a, I know I didn't get a fuel pump. Might as well go ahead and get the fuel pump and the fuel filter, because I'm going to need both of them. Okay, so we are all set there. Let's see where we're at now. It was 24 grand, like 24/7, and we're at 73 now, so that bodes well. That actually isn't bad. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I think this is okay. I don't think they have any, yeah, there's no livery. I think I'll go with this. This gunmetal gray looks pretty good. What is that, 25? I have to remember that one. Don't know if I like these wheels on this truck though. See, this is one I remember. I remember working on the other version of this where the leaf spring, the small bushing at the back end of the leaf spring, was inside the rear muffler, and you couldn't touch it. You had to. Eventually I figured out that if I maneuvered my camera so that I was inside the part like so, that I could touch it. But it was clearly not fit together well. This one is an entirely different exhaust system. So this the muffler and the leaf parts are not interfering with each other. I also think the drive shaft was like separated too in the middle, and this one is just really stretched. It's going to be fun to put together because it's going to be fast as hell. Well, it's going to have way more power than it should have, actually. With a supercharged V8 in it, it should have slicks on it, because it will probably not be controllable on the speed track with off-road tires. We'll have to take it to the off-road. We'll take it to the off-road track, see how it does with the really low suspension that it has. It'd be terrible. It would just be beating everything to death. Oh, I forgot to take that off. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab the wheels and brakes and the shocks off the front end. I'm going to grab that intercooler as well. So I can process through all of those parts at once and try to get everything, because a lot of this obviously I'm going to just throw away and replace. But I'll repair whatever I can. And I should probably get the tie rods and the sway bar pieces out because that's all junk. I'll try to see if I can remember how to build the engine from memory. I should be able to. I've built a lot of supercharged V8s. It's a fairly easy engine to remember. I have some excess rollers even in my inventory that I'll be able to use on it. So let's get rid of the brakes. And I should only have 4 small bushings in my inventory right now. Yep. And we will flush the tie rods and the sway bars. Sway bar B. And that was just the generic front sway bar. I always have to remember, I always have to look at that because you never know which one it's going to be. And let's see, that's a full set of disc brakes. So 4 of everything, but 2 of each disc. And I'm pretty sure I had shock B. I need to get a couple of those. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and get the clutch. I'm going to flush that and buy a new drive shaft. That was only 11%. It might be repairable, but it might not. So might as well just get rid of it. Gonna need a V8 gearbox. We will try to repair the other one though, so that we can sell it for something more than scrap value. So what are we doing? What do we have here with the oh, you know what? I should go ahead and get the... I took these off so that I could do them early. I think I'll just buy new leaf spring parts, because I saw like both of the leaf springs and most of the U-bolts were red. Might as well just replace them all. See, we probably would have repaired like 2 parts. And let's see, the rest of this stuff has a fighting chance. And we can get rid of the old these. I think I'll keep the rims. I think they might look. I think they look dumb, but that's kind of what I'm going for with this anyway. Let's see what we can repair here. Looks like most of it. Yeah, pretty good. So this we can sell for, see, that's why I always do this, because if you sell it for scrap value you get like $30, but if you can repair it up you can sell it for $7.50, and that's infinitely preferable to me anyway. And that was wheel hub 3 and rear knuckle C. Oops. So let's go ahead and dismount these tires. See if we can, let's see, 25%. Might be able to save that one. And 20%. %. Not going to get that one for sure. Definitely not going to get that one. And 5%. So we might be able to repair 2 of these. Yep, successfully repaired 2 of them. And we have 2 24-inch to buy. So this is going to be fun. 305 30 24. So 305 30 24. I want to make sure I got the right size. And then these other ones are 275 30 23. $275 30 23. Yep. Okay, good to go. So let's go chrome those things. And see how it looks when it's all done. You can always tell when you've repaired a rim because they come out like this. And new ones always come out like that. I don't know if anybody plays any other games, but I have been playing a lot of State of Decay 2, the Juggernaut edition. I felt like playing a zombie game. It's way better than I thought it would be. I've been having quite a bit of fun with it. And when I haven't been playing that, I've been playing Mountain Blade 2, which is also a lot of fun. I haven't really made an effort to follow the storyline. I just enjoy riding around the map, smacking bandits down. I'm absolute hell on every kind of bandit on the map. Every time I go to talk to somebody, they're like, "Yes, we know who you are, and we don't want to fight you." It's like, that's okay. I want to fight you though. So that one is enjoyable. It's early access. It's probably going to be early access forever, but it's fun right now. And also there was an update for Tank Mechanic Simulator that came out, which surprised me. And I fired that game up to check it out. And they did what I wanted them to do. They added more slots into the museum. Because, I mean, there were 8 slots in the museum. And there are 14 vehicles that you can have. So you had 8 in the museum and 6 parked outside. Basically took every single slot you could have. And that was annoying to have, perfectly perfect museum quality machines stuck outside. So they added 4 slots to the museum. And I put them in there, and the lag is absolutely brutal. I mean, now that I have, the lag was bad. Let's see, which ones were in the back? The 24s? Yeah, 24. The lag was bad before with just 8, and now with 12 in there, it is just an absolute nightmare. So, I mean, I put them in there, and it's like I'll never go in that room again. So, I mean, that's really kind of, they really need to do something about the optimization because it's just terrible. Otherwise, it still plays the same way. It's still fun to dig up tanks and reassemble them and sell them for money. The museum is a part of the game that I enjoyed collecting everything and setting it up. But until they figure out what's causing that horrendous lag in there, it's really not going to be a very exciting feature. Kind of want to play it some more, because when the update came out, because I haven't been on the beta branch for it, when the update came out, I went out to the Junkyard and bought a tank there and reassembled it and sold it, and I saw a few things that were different that they'd updated. Yeah, that looks better than I thought it would. Anyway, I was saying and then I did one where I went out to the field and dug a tank up out of the ground, and then reassembled that one and sold it. And it still plays the same way, though I think the models are somewhat more refined than they were. The engine, in particular, seems to have more detail. It's not as in detail as this, because like you don't get in there and put the pistons and rings in like you do here. But the engine looks more like an engine than just, like a plastic model. Anyway, I may do some more videos on it because I still enjoy playing it, even if I think I've exhausted everything that you can do in it for the moment. So, they did say that they want to add another building with more slots in it so you can get all your vehicles in, and they want to add like a garage like you have here so that you can store as many vehicles as you want. And that would be cool. I hope they do something like that. Let's get that engine out. This one has both this engine has both heads on it, which means it's going to have all eight pistons in it. I wonder if how many rod caps they have. Doesn't look like any bearings in here. No oil pan as usual. I think I have found like one vehicle in the Junkyard that had an oil pan on the engine. I haven't ever. The rest of the time, it's like never see one of those. Okay, flush these. And we'll go get our 12 bushings. No, I don't need to buy 8 of those. Ugh. I think that's like everything I need from there for this engine. I need 2 of those and 1 of these. I'm gonna need crankshaft pulley, water pump pulley, water pump V8. Let's see, cam gear. I need 4 of them, which means we can get rid of all of these bits. Yeah. Oh, there's an engine head in there that snuck by me. Yeah, get rid of that. Oh, wow. Definitely worth repairing it, at least. Hubs. Should have just got the bearings. I knew I was going to need those. I think I might have repaired one of those front wheel hubs. No, I didn't. So we need the crankshaft, front axle knuckle cover. I think that was front steering knuckle B. Crankshaft V8. Should get oil V8. Whoops, that's not crank, that's carnk. Crankshaft V8, there it is. And the yellow V8 and the big oil pan. It's not everything. Actually, you know what? I just remembered. Supercharger. So I need belt A, V8, serpentine belt, V8, need belt tensioner, gonna need head cover, oh, here we go, head cover B, where's head cover A? There we go. Coil cover. Gonna need some more rollers, and it's like 2 of these and 5 of those, and I have some roller Bs, I think, in my inventory, which means I might have some extra rollers now. I definitely had rollers before, I just didn't look to see how many I had. I know I need throttle V8. I'm going to need a starter as well. Okay. Don't. I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't look as ridiculous as I imagined it would, but I mean, it doesn't look like anything that I would want to drive. But yeah, it doesn't look terrible. I probably could have fooled around looking for some different rims, but I think this, I guess for what it is, it looks fine. I guess if we wanted to be really ridiculous, we could paint it a different color, like something like hot pink or a really nice sapphire purple, sapphire blue, purple, something. I don't know. I think I'll just leave it the way it is, though. You know what I just realized? I thought about these before, but I know I didn't buy them. I need these. Whoops. Game just hung on me there for a second. Always disturbing when that happens. Of course, the saving grace of this engine is that it doesn't have rocker arms and push rods to deal with. That always makes me happy. I mean, this is really a nice, compact power pack of an engine. The only ones that develop more power than this are the bigger ones when you get to the V10 and the V12. And there's only, I mean, the only engines like that. Well, there's the Dodge V12, the Viper, and the SRT, not V12, the V10, and then there's the Porsche V10 that's in the Carrera, the Carrera GT, and of course the Pagani V12s, which are super powerful but tedious to build. I think when you get more and more parts to have to stick into them, the more tedious it becomes. And ones like this, I mean, they have a fair number of parts, but they go together fast. And it helps here too that I think I'm pretty sure I have everything I need to build this engine now at this point. And I've also done a million of these, so it's really easy to slam them together. Especially since we don't have to worry about calibrating anything or adjusting anything or making sure that everything is run in properly. You just stick parts together and go. I mean, you couldn't really do that if you. I mean, you could conceivably buy, you know, get oh God, what's that catalog? There used to be a mail order catalog that you could get where you could order car parts for just about anything you could possibly imagine. And God, it's been so long since I've seen one. I can picture it in my head, but I can't remember the name of the damn thing. But you could conceivably order like every part you needed to build a V8 engine in your garage. You could order the block and the crankshaft and the cams and the heads and all the gaskets and everything else that you would need, and you could assemble it, and assuming that you put everything in properly and you had everything connected, it would work, it would run. It probably wouldn't run smoothly, because like if you weren't torquing all the bolts down properly, things would start to back out. If things weren't adjusted properly, the pistons and stuff might slap around in the cylinders. If they weren't properly if everything wasn't properly calibrated in the right places, that was what I did wrong. I needed more of those B's. I got like more A's. I should have just flushed the ones I had and not tried to get the correct number. I think all I had was roller A's in my inventory, because this one needs 5 B's and 2 A's. Anyway, you could do it. I mean, you could build an engine like that and it would probably even work. It just wouldn't work efficiently. It wouldn't work. It would run rough, and you would have to figure out how to adjust it so that everything works properly. This is not like that. We don't have to do that here, which actually I am happy about, because I think it would take a lot of the fun out of it if you had to go in here and, you know, gap the spark plugs and use the tension and adjust the tension on the belts. I think that would be a whole lot of busy work that you would have to do. That would take a lot of enjoyment out of this. As it is now, you can just collect the parts, put it together, and it works. And that's what we want. Of course, we're playing a game too. We're not pretending to be real mechanics. Okay, I think we're set. Everything's done. And then, of course, first thing we do is we put oil in the engine. Okay, I think we're all set. Yep, 100% across the board. So now we go test it and see what kind of numbers it can put down here. I think the engine gets up over 1,000 without even breathing hard. That is insane. I think it really needs to be a different color to sit down low like this. And look at that, it has an automatic transmission. And we put a clutch and a throwout bearing and everything in it. I do like the little menu there. It's got like Spotify and Google Maps on it, Google Hangouts. It must be Android operating system. It looks like yeah, it looks like all Android. You know what? I'm going to try this on the speed track. It's going to be terrifying, but I'm going to try it. Okay, here we are. And this doesn't look as good outside as it did inside. Out here it just looks like glossy primer gray. May have to try changing the color just for the sake of argument. I just noticed it says Colorado V6 on there, and it's clearly got a V8 in it. Okay, let's try this. Can't get it above 61. Every time it shifts gears. Can't even get out of second gear. Come on. Yeah, it just has way too much torque for these tires. The only way in the world it would stay straight out here is with slicks, and then it wouldn't be. And I put in the power and the tires smoke. Come on. I'm trying to gently accelerate. Ruining the tires. Oh my god. Yeah, I knew this was a mistake. I'm just trying to get to the end of the track now. Hug the fence. There we go. Got to 81 miles an hour. Yeah, the only way in the world that thing would be controllable on the speed track is with slicks. And I don't want to do that, so I guess we're going to go to the off-road track. Okay, so I don't think I've ever had a vehicle that's been able to... See, look, can't even get traction out here. I just want to see if I can make it up this hill. I mean, like most of the other trucks I've built, can't even make it up this hill. This thing should be able to. It's got the juice for it. Come on, come on, come on. Don't give up. You're almost there. Look at the tracks. Whoop, 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 whoop. Well, we made it to the top. I can't imagine what the point of this would be. Yet to have this much power with next to no control, it's just there's really no point at all to doing it. I mean, in real life, this is a car. In real life, this is a vehicle that would get somebody killed for sure. The driving physics in this game are kind of weird, though. I mean, a lot of times it's like skidding around on ice, but this is just way too much. And it really shouldn't be burning out like this on the dirt. When I accelerate, the back end just breaks away immediately, and on the soft ground with the off-road tires, it should have more grip than that. I mean, it's still like driving on a sheet of ice. Okay, I've had enough. Well, there we go. So there's the Chevy Colorado ZR2 Special Edition. And it is worth almost $200,000. $8 short of $200,000. You know what? If I sold this thing to somebody, and that was the price that we came up with, I swear I would give them $8 out of my pocket, so they would give me back an even $200,000. But yeah, this is a ridiculous vehicle. It's way too much power. It's got way too much power for what it is. And, I mean, you'd have to put slick tires on it to be able to drive it at all. And then it wouldn't be anything that you could drive anywhere, really. It's like would solely be used for racing. And then we would have to put different paint and stripes and numbers on it, and there's no option for any of that. So that's fine. It's a ridiculous vehicle, and I wanted to do something a little bit out of the ordinary, so we can go ahead and get rid of this thing. And that will wrap us up here. I want to see if there's any... There's one of those things. This car, man, this mod, they nerfed somebody. I don't know if it was the modder or the game or the developers, but they nerfed the hell out of this vehicle. It's not worth doing at all anymore. Look at this. There's a 426 Hemi here and a 440 with the V8 6P. It's kind of interesting. I don't think I've ever seen two of them come up like this as customer orders before. Anyway, I'm going to wrap that up. That'll wrap that up here. So, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I appreciate you being here. I enjoyed making these, and it always makes me happy to know that people enjoy watching them. So, I hope to see you again here for our next Junkyard adventure. So on that note, bye for now.